So in today's video we're going to talk about torque, or more precise, torque wrenches. Now it comes from my last video where I had a few comments where people don't seem to understand A, the torque settings that they're supposed to be using, or B, even how to use a torque wrench. So I'm going to try and explain it so you can understand a bit more if you're new to using a torque wrench. Now the one most people seem to get a lot of times is this Clark one. It's a little bit harder to use than these Halfords ones. I believe these Halfords advanced ones are actually made by a British firm. I think it's an Orbar, I'm not 100% sure. So I'll just show you on the Halfords advanced one first because it's a little bit easier to understand. You have a locking pin, so that locks down, and then you've got a scale. On one side you've got Newton meters, on the other side you've got pound-foot of torque. So if you want something like, say, 45 Newton meters, you roll down the wheel here until you get down to, say 45 Newton meters. You make sure the gauge on the bottom says 0, you lock it off, and now your torque wrench is set at 45 Newton meters. Perhaps you want 47. Again, it's on 45 there. You just go up 1, 2, that's 47 Newton meters. Easy to understand. The scale on this is all in 5 Newton meters, a little bit more easy to understand than this Clark one. So on the Clark one, you have one side that's saying Newton meters, and you've actually got the other side, I think it's in pound-foot of torque. But what makes this more complicated is each step here isn't in round numbers. So at the moment, let's see what it's on. So 28, move that to the 0. So now we're on 28 Newton meters. We want to move up to say 45, go all the way up to 42. Make sure the 0 is on, as it's on 42. Go 43, 44, 45. And then again, lock off. In my experience of using, I know it's only a simple thing, Halfords, where it's got a sort of more like a metric scale to work from, makes it easier than trying to add on 14, say, on this scale each time you want to adjust the settings. Again, Newton meters and torque on this, both on the same scale. On the Clark one, you have to actually rotate it, so that's why I recommend the Halfords Advanced more. Now the difference is on these two that I've got, this one is a 3/8 of an inch, that one's a 1/2 inch. So like socket sets, you get them in all different sets for what you want, but again you can use like a step up or a step down to use those different size sockets. You can also use with these, you can use like your socket extensions. So if you want to reach in, just like the socket set, you can use the socket extension, and then obviously you put a socket on the end. But one thing that I have heard people do, and this is sort of like wrong, sometimes they want to use like a crow's foot spanner. So if you've seen one of those, that's where you have something like the socket extension, and on the bottom you've got like an open-ended spanner that goes in. And then you put your torque wrench in the top, you've got your open-ended spanner here, and then you torque up. The geometry, when you do all that, is all wrong. So you're not getting the torque settings that's on the torque wrench. If you want to use an open-ended so like spanner, you can actually buy torque wrenches that are designed to fit in like the open end or ring that actually goes into the torque wrench. Again, these are more expensive, but that will give you that sort of torque of using like an open-ended or like a ring on the end rather than using a socket. Also, when it comes to doing setting up a torque, you might have a setting that will say something like 45 Newton meters plus 5. What does that mean? Well, that basically means that you set your torque wrench to say 45 Newton meters and you torque up. That is your minimum. The plus 5 means that you can do it actually from 45 to 50 Newton meters. So you can anywhere between 45 and say 50, so 47 Newton meters for example. You can set the torque wrench to that and torque up in one go. You've passed that minimum, but you've not gone over the maximum. So instead of doing something like a 47 plus or minus 2.5, The way they do it is a minimum of 45 newton meters, but you can go up to 5 newton meters more. So I hope that understands that one. The other thing when it comes to torque wrenches, a lot of time when you're torquing bolts, you'll have maybe two settings. So you go around the bolts first, like on a cylinder head, they might say torque everything up to one setting, and then go around again and torque to a higher value. The reason you do this is so everything is being squashed and you're not putting strain on one single bolt at a time. It's all going, and it's the weight distribution, that the pressure distribution is going across, say, something like a cylinder head, and then you go. Now the other things that they also have when you're doing torque bolts and all that sort of stuff, sometimes they say torque up to a certain setting. It might be going 1, 2 or 3 steps to get to that torque setting, and then plus 90 degrees. So 90 degrees, you get your where you are on your socket, and you move 90 degrees. Or you might have one that says 180 degrees, so you go 180. Or sometimes it might say a 90 and then another 90. You can get torque wrenches that have scales on that actually show you the degrees you're doing. You can get more expensive torque wrenches than these. These are more sort of what you get for a general mechanic, a general DIYer, where if you were maybe doing a lot of this yourself, you might have a digital torque wrench that might have scales on there where you can actually see how many degrees that you put in once you've actually hit the torque setting. But as you're on this video, I presume that you're more wanting to know the basics at the moment. Also, the difference between these two torque wrenches as well. If you want to go in reverse, or you've got a left-handed thread, again, like a lot of socket sets, you just change over the forward or reverse. On this Halfords Advance torque wrench, it's set up to torque one way. If you want to go the other way, you have to take it off, slide out the pin through, turn it over, and then that'll be set up to torque or to undo. So you don't have a switch like this, but it also stops you accidentally loosening something that you're halfway through tightening. So I prefer these when it comes to torque wrenches. So as usual, I'll have affiliate links in the description of everything that I'm talking about here. So just on a side note, where do I get my torque settings from? Well, sometimes you can use things like Haynes manuals, although you don't see many of those. I use e-manual online, so I'll put a link in the description. I am affiliate of those, so if you do use them, I will actually get a small commission for sending them there, but it will cost the same if you Google it and search it yourself. Now those actually have the workshop manuals generally that you'd find for most of the cars. So the information for your specific model, your model year, your engine, if you go and look on e-manuals online, then you'll actually be able to get all those torque settings that are important if you're going to rebuild something special like an engine, but maybe even putting something like a drive shaft in or something like that. So I hope that has shed some light. If you're someone who's used to using torque wrenches, please put a comment in below so other people can read them. Maybe there's more than what I've told people, that knowledge is king. Let's keep this going to everyone so everyone can know as much as we can.